Chris, welcome to the show. Will, welcome to our show. Everyone come leave Candad, Sue, Joe, Sue, Roberto, B, Hope, Nabox. Everyone come here, leave. Welcome. This is Encounters, Maria. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. We had a great show last night, and I think we're only one show behind. So we should have that show downloaded on my YouTube by tomorrow. Please follow and like automatically. If you're not following us, just press that follow button so you can know when we're on the air. And also press the like button. And also tap on the screen here. When you tap on my screen, you bring those numbers up to 53 and they'll keep going up. We'll be on here till about 1 a.m. in the morning. Cool, good to see you. Hope in the box, welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate the compliments. Everybody coming in. Jeremy, welcome. Sylvia, everyone out there, wherever you are. And it's early yet. We just got on here. It's 11 p.m. in the evening. Hope you all had a good weekend. And we got out there in the garden this morning, and we were pulling weeds out of our strawberry patch. Hey, Jordan, I've got some really interesting things to share. And this is kind of weird. But no, actually, it was not weird. It was kind of different. So late this afternoon, we had the family over for the Easter Sunday dinner. And everyone had a lot of food. And then when my daughter left with her boyfriend and my wife to go see my father-in-law in the hospital, as they went downstairs, they called me on the Alexa app. And when they called me, they said, "We have a bat." I said, "What do you mean we have a bat?" So they said, "There's a bat." So the daughter got on these heavy gloves and put a small towel under the bat and lifted it up with the gloves on. The bat was injured. Now, we don't know how the bat came into the hallway downstairs. So upstairs, we have a door that goes into our house. Then we have a stairway going down to the bottom, which goes to the outside porch. And so it's possible the bat flew during the day and got in when the door was open somehow. It was really weird. So the bat, I called some people. They on Facebook, there's some people in the local group that said, "Oh, you take the bat, put it in a shoebox." So the bat's definitely not able to fly. So I put it in a shoebox, brought it out of the inside the house a couple hours ago, so it doesn't die from being in the cold. And I gave it a little bit of water. So I took a water bottle and took the cap off, and I gave it a little bit of water. So I took a water bottle and took the cap off, put a little bit of water in it, right next to the bat, facing the bat, its face, so it can actually smell the water and maybe get some water. So I'm trying to make sure in the morning that this bat's okay, and I'm going to bring it to the local veterinarian hospital here in town. I once found a snake that was injured and brought it to them. They took it. So I'm going to bring the bat over there. And, I feel really, really, I feel bad that the bat is hurt. And I don't like to see that. And I'm going to take the bat and I'm praying all night that bat is now in a warm box with a little towel, a white towel. It's sitting on it, and a little bit of water because they have to stay hydrated. And hopefully we're going to save that bat. And hopefully that bat's going to live to see a whole nother day. I've never been that close to a bat before in my life. I've never been that close to a bat. And this little bat's face is so cute. I think people get weirded out because of all the movies over the years about the bats and the wings and all that. But the bats are beautiful, They really are. I really hope it's going to be okay. So tomorrow, we're going to bring it to the veterinarian. We have a bunch of pinholes my wife did on the box. And so it's got a little bit of water. It's got a very comfortable, soft little towel. And I taped the box, to make sure it doesn't open up or anything. And so it should be all right. Yeah, I had somebody on Facebook, my local Facebook group, tell me to give us some water, that they need water. So, you know, hopefully the bat will be taken care of. So tomorrow morning will be the thing. In the morning, I'll check the box. I'll open it up a little bit just to see that the bat's all right. And, we're going to take, that's exactly what I'm here to do. That's part of my mission work, my daughter, she's the one who I truly think saved the bat. She's the one who put gloves on. I couldn't believe it, and got a little towel and lifted the bat up into the towel. I don't think she's ever done that in her life. Took the bat and told me about the bat, and now the bat's in my hands. So, yeah, we're going to take care of that bat the best we can, and that's part of doing light work. You care about the planet, you care about every living thing, and that's including this little bat that is, it was moving around when it was earlier, late this afternoon. It was moving in this little thing. It was in a let's say metal, like a little metal thing on a scooter that we had on the porch, and it was like a little basket, like a metal basket with the towel, the white towel. So she did it. She took the bat, wore the gloves to protect herself, and got the bat on the towel and put it in the basket, and now it's in a safe little box, So that's what light work is all about, If we're gonna transform the planet or help each other, we have to help the creatures that can't help themselves when they're hurt, like a little bat or any kind of animal, whatever it might be. I feel I was focused on this bat all evening when they went down to the hospital to see my father-in-law. I stayed here to clean up, and then I went down to check the bat out before they left. And, I want to do everything I can for that bat. It deserves to exist and live and be healthy and do its thing at night, So that's my little bat story. You didn't know I was going to have a bat story tonight, did you? But, yeah. Stargazer, thank you for the heart. Very appreciative of Paradise. Welcome. Everybody coming in here. And hey, Diane Stadler, everybody, Daisy Dog. So that's what the consistency is with doing this kind of a show, that I'm always going to be consistent in my love for everything. My unconditional love for all animals, mammals, seals, dolphins, every living thing, every little creature, every large creature, whatever that might be. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help each other, and even help the tiniest little bat that's hurt. We're here to help that little bat too, right? Hey, Etheric, good to see you. Billy, welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody. We should be getting over 100. We're just started, so the show will go over 100 easily. Please tap, like, and share FYP. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, every creature does matter. Hey, Stargazer, absolutely. And it's been a great weekend. So just to give some updates. So, some of you know I do a light microforming thing. I infuse light in everything I grow. And I was out pulling weeds out of my strawberry patch. So I've expanded a strawberry patch. It's a big area. And I pulled all these weeds out. I felt like I was doing surgery, taking the weeds out around the strawberry plants. That the strawberry plants go dormant into winter, and they're all coming back out of the ground. So we're going to have a lot of strawberries. But I'm making sure those darn weeds, I pulled them out like a surgeon, and we put them in a compost area. So we take all the weeds out, compost them, and get them out of the strawberry area. So it's looking pretty good. It was a perfect day in New England to do some stuff like that, Hey, TikTok Batista, good to see you. Hey, Terry. Just be careful. They carry certain pathogens. Are you talking about the weeds or the bat? Hey, TikTok, good to see you, brother. Rista. Hey, Rick, welcome to the show. Everybody coming in. And we'll have a great show tonight. Bird, thanks for coming in here. Diago, welcome, Diago. And everyone coming in here. The commander's very relaxed here. I've got my apple cider. Now, tomorrow we're going to have to get more apple cider because this is the last of the apple cider. Hey, Dubaloo, J. Mark, Glenda. Oh, the battery, yeah. So we knew what to do. We have heavy gloves. The bat wasn't touched physically with our hands. We were wearing gloves that were heavy. The bat didn't even try to bite. It did move, but it wasn't doing anything like that. Do I know Chris Blezo? We've had a lot of discussions about Chris, and I have seen some of his videos. Jessica Fletcher, welcome, Jessica. Hey, Karen, good to see you. Mushroom 609, welcome to the show. Good evening. Everyone, Kabashi, Rita Lynn, good evening. The Elevated Frequency, good to see you. Mike Kotas, hey, Mike. Everybody coming in here, welcome. Rufus, Diane Sisk, I believe it is. I talked about a bat. My daughter found a bat in our hallway downstairs. It's an enclosed, as you come to the house, we have another door up that goes into our house. And the bat was injured, and she took the bat and put it in a little white towel in a metal basket outside. And I finally took the bat, put it in a small box with enough room in it, with its towel. It's on the towel, and gave her some water tonight. So bats need water just like any animal or whatever it is, and hopefully it'll drink some water, and then we'll get to the veterinarian tomorrow morning. So that was the first part of our agenda. That was the first part of our agenda. Hey, Frequencies, everything. Good to see you. Always. Always, always, always. And we're going to be bringing people up here. Now, again, you have to be over 18. Here's the protocol of encounters. We do have a protocol for the show, which is important. No kids on the show, no foul language, no naked people on the show. That's never going to happen. I think it happened once, and luckily I got to the thing and disconnected it. But no foul language, no smoking on the show, no drunks on the show, no drinking on the show, no paranormal discussion, no politics, no religion, no trolls on the show, which happens to a lot of TikTokers. They get these trolls. No negativity towards any guest or anybody on here. Anyone who gets negative on encounters will be muted first, and then if they continue being negative, they will be blocked. We try to run a show where everybody can be included, but I've been broadcasting all these years, and radio, I've had it happen on there too. We're just going to be keeping it positive. Not to mention that people can have questions about things and ask critical questions that are really serious about the subject. But when it comes to individual people, that's where I say no negativity. So if I have a guest on, no negativity. If you have a question regarding their experiences, whether they've been abducted, whether they're having top security clearance information, great. Those are great questions. But when we deal with personalities of my guests, I will not let anyone go negative on anybody on here. It's just, this is not the show for it. We're here to bring disclosure, bust the matrix, and frankly, is not the real reason. That's the reason I started it 3 years ago, is to expose the truth, give people knowledge, hear people's stories, and then, listen to those stories and see what you get out of them. It's been great. So we'll take some guests up here. I think I have a guest that wants to come up here for sure. We're going to bring up the Elevated, friend of the show. First guest.
Hello, kind friend.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
My camera on if I can, if it lets me. I don't know how good you guys see me.
I'm pressing a thing here which will give you the ability. There you go. You got to turn the light on, though.
Yeah, but it still should. Weird.
No, I don't see anything.
Well, I'm outside. Here, let's see.
Oh, you're outside. Okay, what's happening outside? You seeing any interesting activity in the sky?
Not yet. I haven't looked yet, Commander. I see the Big Dipper. I see Orion's belt. It's a little hazy.
That's good.
Let's see. Is this better? Yeah. Oh, you know what it is? I got my painter's tape over my camera.
Oh, that one.
Trick grew.
Yeah,
there it is.
There you go, brother. Oh, you got to
get rid of that.
Yeah, I'll be
Whoopsie.
in trouble in 2 seconds.
Oh man, I hope
And
not.
they'll take me
That's
right off the
ridiculous.
live, and I'll be done.
I hope
So
not.
yeah, no, that's the whole. That's so we just got it.
Ridiculous.
All right, so you're outside, and what's happening out there?
Oh, nothing. I wanted to share a story if I could
Oh,
about
good.
what you
Yeah,
were just
absolutely.
talking with the
Yeah.
bat. So,
Oh,
I
good.
was walking around the block. I was going over to the gas station the other day, and I mean, not the other day, last year.
Uh
And
oh. I got. They're
mm,
telling me I have to remove you for the thing that you had in your
okay,
mouth. I got to do that. Oh boy. Yeah. The only reason I knew that was going to happen. The algorithm saw that, and this is why I try to reiterate: before you come on the live, make sure you're not smoking anything in your mouth because it'll affect me. That the algorithm, if anyone's smoking on here on the camera, I'll get in trouble if I don't remove the person. Yeah, so even though you got it out, they won't. It's not. It wants me to keep you off. I can't bring you back up to tell the story now because of that. Because of that. I'm not even mentioning the word. So I got no problem. So people, again, if you want to be a guest, when I bring you up on here, hey Hetty, good to see you, sister. No worries. Just anyone who wants to come up, make sure you're not vaping or smoking anything. Put that stuff away. And else, if you're drinking and drunk, don't come up requesting to come up here because I can get knocked right out of here in 2 seconds. We don't want to see that happen. Hey Jay, good to see you. Lisa, good to see you. Or driving. If you're driving, I'll also get in trouble. Yeah, they're pretty, and they're right. If you're driving, you shouldn't be trying to talk to me. Uh, yeah. Hey Bonnie. Hey Jane Hunter, good to see you, sister. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. Anytime it's always been a TikTok rule about people smoking. Now on videos, people tape. I see people with recordings that they've taped. Well, they're not going to do anything with that because they're not live on a show or something. Hey, Jared, good to see you. I hope everybody here had a wonderful Easter. Yeah, the AI is really, really quick. I do lives, and he is correct. Thank you, Daryl. We want to keep things good here. They are ridiculous, but they're right about that. I mean, if you go to watch even on commercial TV, if you listen to a talk show like what's that guy late at night, uh, Colbert or any of these people, you'll never find anybody on TV. Well, actually, in movies you will. In the movies you will. Well, anyway, maybe it's a bad example, but you won't find people coming on a talk show with Colbert or any of those people smoking anything unless I missed it. But on the social media on TikTok, it's always been that way for 3 years I've been here. Hey, Galactic family, good to see you, Rob. Yeah, live TV, no one smokes or drinks. That's right. No problem there, brother. We'll do it. We'll bring you up another night without that happening. So now consciously that you got to be aware of that stuff here on TikTok. That's cool. Mary Jo, welcome to the show. Last night we had a great show with April, myself. Patrick, I'll bring Patrick up because Patrick has a question that is a good one. Patrick, come on up. Thank you for putting him on the pin there. And I just want to say, last night, April and myself were on together. It's been a while. April is a contactee. We met over 3 years ago, and Patrick, we're going to talk to Patrick in a minute. And we had our Ashtar Command night last night, and she showed you a picture of her father, her space father, my space father. And next time she's on, we're going to see a picture of my sister who's on the ship. So you're going to see that some of my family members that are off planet. Patrick, good to see you. How you doing?
Pretty good, man.
Okay, and you had a question about the Villaron thing, correct?
Yeah, the video from I guess it was like 1970 something.
1977 to be exact. That actually was an actual broadcast. There was not a pirate station or pirates taking over a local ITN TV transmitter. ITN is independent TV station that had a news broadcast going on, and other things were coming through like Bugs Bunny or whatever it was. There was interference, and they chose to broadcast to that local area, and that's also where Stonehenge is, and where all the crop circles have happened since then. So what they did is they were broadcasting off planet, way out in space, and they were able to transmit. People say, "How come it wasn't clear enough?" I can't speak for that. All I do know is that they did come through our frequency of that TV station, and the message was very clear, and people have actually transcribed it into words. So they were talking about the future. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, and Ducky B requests come up, and we'll bring Ducky B up in a little bit. So I'm very familiar with that video. I've studied it. I've studied the thing. My friend Ashtar Athena, who's in her 70s in California, who's a world traveler, she is also with the Ashtar Command. She's in her 70s, and she used to be a major writer for Sedona Journal. So she, when we heard the broadcast in 1977, and what happened, they were trying to give the world a message. I played it on my radio show almost every year. A couple times I will play it once in a while to show people that this really did exist. There was no pirate station takeover. The transmitter was taken over. But I would bet now that if they were to do that again, they can broadcast anywhere they want and take over any transmitter they want on the planet at this point.
Interesting. I've just always found that story interesting because I was like, I don't think there's any way people could fake that. I was like, it's too real.
Yeah, and it was a very strong message when people listened to it. They were talking about of the observance of planet Earth and the way we actually interact with each other, and they talked about how we pretty much in a nutshell, if you listen to the broadcast, we've messed up the planet. That was back in 1977. They were trying to tell us, hey, look, you know.
Yes, correct. But yes,
Okay, here's
it's
a
just always been a
so
very interesting
this
story to me.
person's telling me William Burgeon. When I close my eyes, I'm reflecting on what I'm saying. It's not so. It says, "Open your eyes when you talk." Liars close their eyes. Really? Is that negativity or is that negativity? Okay, William. Bye bye. So because I closed my eyes, I'm a liar. Now that's the first in 3 years that I've been on here. Because I closed my eyes, I'm a liar. Hey, what are you gonna do? They're gone. I took them off. Like I said, protocol, no negativity. That person's gone forever. Bye bye. But anyway, sorry about that, Patrick. Yeah, so that is a real transmission that occurred, and that is a transmission that has been, whoever thought that 1977 transmission on I-10 TV that was taken over would last for 20, 30, 40 years, and everybody on YouTube, I'm sure tons of people have seen that video. The message got out to the population. They did their job. The Ashtar Command got the message to ITN's system, and it went viral on YouTube, and everybody knows about it for years. As long as we
Oh
have
yeah,
YouTube,
I've seen the video multiple times just because it's
Yeah,
interesting.
it is. It's very interesting, and I sometimes will listen to it over and over again because it is a really essentially an important message. And now, when myself and April get on Saturdays, you're going to want to watch us. The space people watch our show. They watch my show right now. For people watching the show, my space family are watching the show through a spaceship in a room that has these monitoring screens. So they can see everything that's going on here on my broadcast. When April is live, they monitor her and they monitor me. So they monitor us.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. I appreciate your
Cool.
question. That was a good one. If you had any confusion about it, I just want you to know it is real. What happened was real. And it all leads up to where we are right now in 2025.
I feel like they always do a message like that. I feel like when it's dealing with extraterrestrials, they're always trying to tell us that they got so advanced that they destroyed their own planets. So I feel like they're trying to warn us not to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. They want us they want us to change the way we live. They want us to live differently than we live. They want us to project into a higher frequency of consciousness to elevate ourselves to a point where we will be at the same frequency they are, which means we'll be at the same unconditional frequency of the consciousness that they live in. So it's not like they have to come down to us. It's been many years for us to get up to where they are. So our planet as a whole has lifted into another frequency, and that's why we can see these spaceships that we weren't seeing before.
Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think this stuff up. I actually I don't go to websites for information. Everything I've been given, I've been downloaded. I'm fully activated. I don't really need anything to. I don't have to go anywhere. You know.
Interesting. So
And do you have any?
another quick question. What do you think of the John Teeter story?
Can you explain a little bit about that? I'm not sure. But everything I know, that's something I probably haven't heard of.
The guy that was, I think it was late 90s, early 2000s. He came back from the future to visit himself and his mom and dad and stuff, and he was looking for like a specific computer from like the 1980s or something.
Really, I've not heard about that. Now I'll have to take a look at that.
Yes, very interesting.
I've heard of people that even on TikTok that say they've gone back in the past. There's one guy on TikTok that shows us that he's in a store in the 1980s somewhere, and he's a time traveler. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, or whether he's got some really good CGI behind him, but I don't know. There could be people that are time traveling on here. I have no idea.
Interesting.
You know? It is interesting. And we have never talked about time traveling too much. I want to do a discussion about it, but I want to know more about some of these people. There's every 3 years I've been on here, there's been 3 or 4 people claiming to be time travelers. I'd love to understand that better. And how are they time traveling, you know? That'll be an interesting discussion, I think, to have one night, I think, on here. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I feel like a lot are just being disingenuous, but there's probably some that are not being disingenuous.
Yeah, we just have to be aware. There's a lot of stuff out here that could be CGI or AI created, but there's also could be that one person that is real that nobody's listening to and nobody is looking at, you know?
Yes, correct.
All right. Hey, Patrick, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. We appreciate you, and we are following you, I think. Let me take a look here.
Yes.
Yeah, we're following you. So there you go. I appreciate you coming on with great questions, too.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right, Patrick. We're going to let Patrick down, folks. You're watching Encounters, the late night edition here. As always, we're here till 1 a.m. this morning. Please tap and like. Definitely, we're at 22.2. We want to get up to 100,000. If everybody taps and shares and likes and FYPs, we can build up the stuff. Because TikTok has stopped doing what they used to do, which is they will help people on live. Like usually if I'm on for an hour, they would do that. I think they stopped doing. Their algorithm doesn't do it anymore. You know. And there's just so much to look. How's it going? Hey, John. Hey, Austin, Texas. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, so much going on with sightings, and we'll try to look at some sightings unless we get into TikTok problems. The wind came. See here, 5453H says the wind came into my nose and appeared as light and spoke to me. So I knew. That's interesting. I've never heard a story like that before. Yeah, we're on Eastern Standard. Hey, Melba. Hey, C. Young. Lucas Jackus. What's going on with the orbs lately? There haven't been many videos in a while. Well, there are people recording them. You have to really focus. You have to do a search on orbs. So you have to put a search on orbs. The algorithm's going to start searching orbs. Hey, Timmy. It's funny how that works. So if I put UFOs on here for a search, I get more UFO videos. If I put orbs, I get more orb videos. You know, it's just, hey, K-Rare. And that's what TikTok does. The algorithm, if you put like Indian food on here, the algorithm will start showing you videos of people talking about Indian food. And I know the algorithm isn't being very friendly to me because I'm at 188 people and it's 11:28. We should have 400 people by this time here. So the algorithm is being very not good. Yeah, I have videos of the orbs in my backyard. Think I'm being shadow banned though. I think I'm being shadow banned too. I don't know what that is. I should have looked it up. Someone once told me what shadow banning is. I think TikTok is doing that to me, to my lives. I can't prove it. Sandra says, the orb we watched live the other night said, you see us on the spirit box. It was right there. Oh, interesting. Interesting, Sandra. I drink water too. I like to drink water. I drink fresh lemonade, New England lemonade, Dell's lemonade in New England. I like to drink fresh, lemonade. New England, I love apple cider. I've been drinking it for a lot of years. No real rhyme or reason though, but just, it's something I like to drink. Hey, Rob. Hello. Good to see you, brother. Hey, Tara. Good to see you. Good to see you, sister. Whoops. Yes, shadow banning is, I believe, I'm not sure what it does. Yeah, we're gonna February, March last month. Just update. RK are you still scheduled for contact with live feed? I thought February, March last month. Let me bring you up. I'm gonna bring you up here because I'm not, so I can get a better conversation. I'm gonna bring ARC up here regarding the question, so I can actually have a interactive conversation about it. It's hard to answer some of those questions on comments. We'll see if. Oh, good. Good. Ah, beautiful. Good to have you up here, Ark. How are you doing?
I'm good. My name is Ash.
Ash, nice to meet you, Ash, and welcome
Good
to
to meet you, my
Encounters.
friend. How are you?
Good, and I love having live conversations with people as opposed to reading the sentences and not sure what that question is. So tell us where you are, and welcome to the show.
Okay, I am San Diego area, and it's
Okay,
dark right here just because I'm in a car and the parking lights are out.
okay,
So
I gotcha.
bear with me here on that. At any rate, I just wanted to. I wasn't listening to you for a while there through the Christmas, and you had mentioned that you were going to make contact pretty much any month, coming forward at that time. So is that still scheduled?
Well, we have a thing called an Ashtar Command C5 group here in New England that's been around for 12, maybe 13 years. So the actual mass contact, we did our Ashtar Command night. We do that every Saturday, myself and April, who's
Okay.
been on ships of the command for hundreds of times already, documented them with photos, a security camera, and so forth. So we're looking at the end of the year for the actual big contact into the 2026 year for the big contact. This year, we're seeing already. We saw it at the end of 2024. The increase of orbs and these other things that were being cited, and also off the coast of places like Florida, big orb ship coming out of the ocean, and even on the Pacific and other areas, all these activities. So we're seeing more and more people, even on TikTok, recording and documenting activity in the skies wherever they live in Europe or in Florida or whether they're in the state of Washington. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people are documenting, and guests I've had on the show, they're documenting more of these, what I call spaceships. They might be orb looking, or they might be looking like a flying saucer, but they are spaceships.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, let me ask you this: when you have you personally taken pictures of UFOs, if you will?
I have not. I've not taken pictures, but one year when I could have taken a video, I got so excited. We had a group meditation. We did a C5 meditation. This is probably about 10 years ago, maybe. I don't remember the exact time, but all I remember is it was early November. It wasn't really cold out. We were in a group of 13 people. I conducted the C5. I had everybody close their eyes. We did the Christ conscious meditation, and then one of the people in the group said, "Commander, open your eyes." So you what? And they looked, pointed up in the sky. We saw 15 what we call spaceships that were in like an armada or a fleet, and that happened after we did the meditation with the Dr. Greer's application. And I was so excited. I had my phone with me, but I wasn't thinking of recording it based on your question. And that happens a lot. Like we see something like that, and like we're caught off guard. We're just so memorized by looking at the objects that we're not thinking about. Oh, I should record it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I get
you know what I
that.
mean?
It's fast. It's real
Yeah,
fast. You got to do it, be
it
right
happens
on
real
it.
quick. So that did happen, and
Um,
it was lasted for about 15 minutes, and then
mhm.
each one of them disappeared.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: in the pictures that people have sent to you, have you noticed that their majority of those are blurry?
The reason why some things are blurry when it comes to spaceship activity that's not from our planet, it's because of the energy coming from the ship. So a lot of times people will record, as long as the ship's not right on top of their camera, they can record a clear video of the thing in the sky, like say it's in the blue sky or nighttime sky, or farther
Uh-huh.
away from their camera. But
Yep.
if they can zoom in on that thing from its distance, they'll usually get an okay shot or a clearer. But it's always the vibrational energy from the spaceship that causes people's cameras to have a blurry image or sometimes slightly distorted. Not all the time, but that's a
Yeah.
lot of it.
Well, San Diego is a pretty hot spot, for things that are flying around,
Yeah,
and I have noticed that pretty much every picture is, well, I call it fractured. Like the air becomes like a solid, almost the magnetic field is locked in, and it's changed. So, and I've noticed that, and I mean, literally, I could feel it. I
yeah.
mean, this was out to sea, off the coast here, but from where I'm at here, I could clearly it fractured the actual magnetic field.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so that is what I'm trying to say is that that's how they do a propulsion. It's actually not a propulsion, but
Yeah,
it actually they make almost like a tunnel moving forward, and that's
yeah.
why you don't hear it. There's just almost no noise to these things, and
Hmm.
I just want to bring that to your thought process. See what you say on that.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of the actual spaceships that are people that are from other worlds. They don't have any sound.
Yep,
If a
exactly.
spaceship has a lot of sound, a lot of times that's reverse engineered spaceships that
Yeah,
we've taken from craft spaceships, and
yeah,
we've reverse engineered the craft. We've done that. We did that years and years ago. We've been way far beyond that.
yeah,
But we can't go as far out with these spaceships in the universe as the space people that are coming here from other planets. We don't have. We're advanced enough with the reverse engineered ships,
yeah,
but based on our understanding of travel, these things can only go so far. Whereas the higher frequency space people, they can come here and go in and out of dimensions in 2 seconds.
yeah, yeah. Hey, by the way, did you see the video of a missile that was fired? It was a practice run for for the real thing. Uh, and a ship came in. I call it a ship, but we don't know what it actually is. But it came in and more or less fired upon it with a laser from several different sides, went in front of it, looked at it, was just dancing around it. And this thing's hot, is flying. I mean, it is moving. And
Yeah,
it was just like an arcade game for them. And then all of a
that's a good way
sudden,
of putting it. Yeah, that's interesting.
And all of a sudden, it just started to nosedive. It lost its course. It just started to nosedive down.
Hmm.
And if you notice, a lot of the aircraft that have gone down, that has been witnessed, has actually done the same maneuver where
Oh
it
wow.
nosedived down. If you go back and look at them here in the last, since the January, you'll see what I'm talking about as
Oh
that
wow.
nose down for no
Hmm.
reason. They're moving along fine, everything's good, and then all of a sudden, nose down.
Yeah,
I
like
thought
and it,
I thought I'd bring that to your attention so you can
yeah. So when you
elaborate
say
on it.
nose, when the nose dives and goes down, it basically is going down. It's going to crash somewhere. Is that what I'm getting
Yeah,
from
yeah,
that?
it's what they
Okay,
call nose down.
nose
Um,
down. So, like at Roswell, the spaceship that they call a flying saucer was a spaceship on Roswell's farm crashed, and the reason it crashed is it was forced down by a beam. It was forced down by a what's the word I'm trying to think of? We had a technology then where we use a frequency beam that
mhm.
destabilizes the spaceship and forced it to crash, which is what happened not only in Roswell but one or two other places during that same period.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
absolutely
So
true.
actually, that's interesting because I just discovered this recently, and you might want to go back through some if you have anything like that, and see if you can pick up on that.
Mm,
That it's like it just loses, forward motion, and it just goes down. I mean,
mm.
kind
Oh,
of thing.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and we have people in our government on certain levels of the DoD. They have departments that go out and they've done it for years,
Hmm.
crash retrieval of non-terrestrial spaceships.
Hmm.
And when they get to the area, be it a farm or somebody's backyard or whatever, they clear the area. No one can get in the area, and they get the spacecraft out. Now, the Kecksburg, Pennsylvania case, which was been documented many
Hmm.
years ago, was this acorn-looking spaceship that had writing on it that was not from this planet. They brought in a flatbed truck, closed off the area, and took this acorn craft out of the woods. If anyone see the docudrama on this, it
I
was in
think I've seen
Kecksburg,
that.
Pennsylvania. Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. So the government gets this thing. Now we don't know if there's anybody in this particular acorn-looking spaceship or not. It was
Yeah.
small on the outside, but it actually was acorn-looking, and it was had writing, glyphics on it all over the ship were writings that were not anything that we would understand.
It didn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't Egyptian looking or.
No, it was just strictly off-planet writing, and I'll
Uh-huh.
say extraterrestrial writing
Mhm.
that was inscribed on this acorn ship. It was really
Okay.
interesting.
Okay. And it
Yeah.
didn't have. It didn't have a sequence of numbers.
No, then there were no numbers. They're trying to. It had a lot of writing on it that if you and I were to look at it, we'd try to figure out, oh, what is that? There was writing on the outside of the craft. It was pretty amazing. And the person I actually did interview, the ufologist back then, who
Yeah.
wrote a book about it, and he was quite amazing. He's probably a lot older now, but he was the first one to write a book regarding the Gettysburg incident, which was real. Like I said, people, if you were in Gettysburg, I'm sure there are people that would remember that retrieval of that craft. It's almost like
Mhm.
whether it was being taken down or just crashed to be there. It's hard to say.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. But I can pretty much tell you that um, the truth, the real ones, are definitely they will fracture the air around the ship, if you will, um, or the craft, I should say. But it's really interesting. I've picked up on that, so I thought I'd hand that off to you just so you can capture something like that.
Yeah, Gettysburg. People take a chance and look up the Gettysburg incident. You'll see
Hmm.
photos. There's been docudramas about it. There were documentaries that came out after it happened, a while after. Very
Hmm.
interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Well, very
All
good.
right.
Listen. I have a channel, Angels of the Ark.
Cool.
Yep. So it is AARK1111, and dive into helping people get through some of these things in anything that they need. So just so you know, okay.
All right. Okay, Ash, have a good evening, my friend. I'm following you, and I'm happy to follow you here.
Very good. Thank
And
you.
I appreciate your questions. They were great. I appreciate that.
Okay, we'll talk again.
All right, brother. We're going to let you
Bye.
down. And for people just coming on here, we're on here 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 8 p.m. West Coast. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. And we are actually a talk show. Believe it or not, there's actually a talk show on TikTok for 3 years on this subject. Yeah, the flying feminas, those were spaceships in India. Absolutely correct. I've studied that. Those look really cool. There are structures that the Indians built in India of these ships as temples, but they're actually trying to represent what they looked like, which were ships. Yeah. And welcome everybody coming in here to Encounters. Let's get the numbers up there. We're at 206 right now. We'd like to get up to 500 or 600 people. Can we do it? Only if people stop into Encounters. At the end of the night, it doesn't matter because we will have had a couple of thousand viewers here for a few minutes on Encounters on TikTok. I'm your host, CmdrAleon, a contactee, head of our CE5 Contact with Extraterrestrial Intelligence group here in Connecticut. Let's see, Fried Prish, the nature guy. Welcome, everybody coming in here. Welcome to the show. It's almost about midnight. Glad to have everybody. Christy, Raphael Vega, Sandy Allen, good to have you with us. And I am CmdrAleon, sending our love to all the people watching the show here. We're going to get some water in a few minutes, switch it up, because we're running out of apple cider. And we're going to take a look in a few minutes. And we're going to come up in a few minutes with our we're going to try to bring some of the latest spaceship footage here on Encounters. And give us a minute or two. We're going to take a look and see if there's anything interesting. There's a lot of stuff that could be out there. Let me take a look here right now. And we're going to check. We're going to check for UFO footage right now. Oh, interesting. So far, I don't see anything interesting, although nope, nothing. Oh, here's something. A UFO emitting lights. We're going to check this out. This happened. Let me see when this happened. Let's see here. It doesn't have a date on it. Let's see here. Oh, this is interesting. There's no date on it. I wanted you to take a look at this video. I'm going to show you this video. It says UFO emitting lights. Let's check this out for a minute, folks. Yeah, we're going to show you this. And I wish there was a date on it, but there isn't a date on it. But it's a really pretty interesting footage here. Hold on. Check this out. Okay, we're going to show it to you right now. Let's see here. It's running. Let's see the video. Okay. Now you're going to see it. Hold on. It looks like a triangular object. It should start doing something. It doesn't have a date on it, but it's interesting. Okay. Okay, we're gonna flip the camera here for a minute. Okay, let's see if we can show it to you now. Here we go. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to see. And you can see it's a triangular type craft, it looks like. And it looks like, hey, Lupita, pretty interesting. This is UFO video footage news. Yeah, we're just under 200 viewers right now. That's pretty crazy. I'm going to show you a few videos tonight here. Give me a second. And we're going to go back to the camera on this side here. And there's definitely some activity here. We're going to go out of that video. That was, again, there's stuff happening, UFO footage that's happening all over the place. So we're going to put in here UFO footage. Now let's check this out here. Okay. This is coming from somebody that says they were recording an Anunnaki spaceship. I'm taking a look at all the footage here. And evidently, I'm not too impressed. You know, there's nothing really big happening. We're at under 200 people. That's crazy. 201 at 11:50. Almost at midnight, we're still in the 200s. I think we are being shadow banned. Jay Nard, we're going to bring you up. Jay Nard is my friend out west in the beautiful state of Washington. And Jay Niner's, good evening, Leslie. Jay Niner has documented a lot of spaceship activity where she is.
Hi there.
How you doing, friend? How's everything going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Can I bring you on camera? Are you presentable?
No, well, I am. I'm really pretty, but not right now.
Well, we see your voice. We hear your voice and see your picture.
That's too funny. I just
so tell us
actually
what's
got
happened.
home.
I just got home.
Yeah, well, from Easter celebrating, you know.
Oh yeah, Easter. Everyone did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell us what's happening. Just for everybody's knowledge, Jay Niner has been a friend of the show for a long time. She is always documenting spaceship activity where
Yeah,
she is.
it has been so busy here. I don't see anything right now. It's a little cloudy out, but
Yeah,
I sent you two videos or maybe three, and
yeah.
they were so cool. I was watching them and I said, out loud, I said, show me that you can see me. And then they kind of flashed at me, and then I said, are you going to bring a friend? And the next thing I know, boom, it popped in. He brought a friend.
Now I'm going to do is I have your thing here. If I go to your thing, we can watch some of your videos too, right?
Oh yeah, you should be able to.
Let's go.
I sent it to you too.
Yeah, I'm going to go on to your thing, and
Okay.
our viewers will be able to see some beautiful stuff. Let me see here.
Thanks, Kit
Um,
Kat.
hey, Kit Kat, good to see her on the show. Watching here. And let's see. Here we go. Okay. So now, and she has, like I said, all the videos are documented.
Yeah, it's
Um,
been crazy. It's been
I'm going to
fun.
show. Yeah, here's one from. Let's see. I'm trying to look for the latest ones. I think this might be one of them. Yeah, this is one day ago. Let's show you. Let's show people some of
Okay.
your footage here. We'll have a little bit of UFO footage time, and we're gonna go here. I'm going to switch the camera in just a momento.
I'm glad you're doing it and not me.
Oh yeah, I can do it, and not a problem. So we're gonna flip the
Perfect.
camera, and here is one of the things. This happened April 15th. Check this out. This is J9er in the state of Washington. Look
It
at
went.
that. Two ships. That is two
Yeah.
ships, correct?
Yeah, it is. And I actually have one that I sent you that's part of the exact same deal there. That actually, there's three of them.
Yeah.
This one pops in, and then the next video I take, they're sitting there, and then another one pops in with them.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, folks, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And Jay Niner is in the state of Washington, and she's recording and documenting all these sightings. Have they, we've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
Have they ever communicated with you telepathically that they want to do direct contact and physically
You
meet
know,
you? Or
it's funny that you say that. I think they're trying to right now. I mean, because well, if you listen to that audio, I'm saying to it, I'm saying, "Hi there, if you see me, shine a light at me." Well, they literally will shine a light at me to where it lights up my bathroom because I go out my bathroom window sometimes. That's where I
yeah.
get most of my better videos. And then I said to it that exact same video there. I said, "Are you going to bring a friend?" And right after I said that, that popped in. I mean, I didn't know it was
Now,
gonna, but it did.
now you have a video from 4 days ago, which this is the one with the three of them. Let me show you this video. This is gonna blow your mind. Here, hold on a minute.
Yeah, it was pretty
This
cool.
one here, she recorded three spaceships. Check this out.
Yeah,
Give me a
there
minute
was
here.
four, but one of them flew away before I got it.
Yeah. And this is her video footage, just to let people know.
I was showing you the houses. That's how low they are.
Yeah. I turned the volume up so people can hear
There
it.
we go. We got another one. There we go. That's pretty cool.
Three spaceships, folks.
Yeah, those three there are the exact same. Two of them, the two were the ones that you saw the one pop in with.
Oh wow.
And then another one pops in. And then the one, usually it's two of them, but this time it's three. But the one that was there first takes off. And then the other one stays, and then they like energize, and another one pops in. That's just my wording. I call it. I don't know if that's how.
No, that's
really
that you're doing great.
I'll get up close and show you.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I get a lot of those. I mean, I can see those almost every night. Almost every single night they'll come, as long as I can, it's not real foggy.
And
And then I also get a whole bunch of orbs. I mean, a ton
the
of
orbs, yeah.
Oh yeah, they fly over my house almost every night. I mean, it sounds goofy, but it's true. It's weird.
Well, it's not goofy. It's really it's that's what I'm talking about on the show here. So many people in the last 3 years have documented more and more of the spaceship orbs, and also of different types of brilliant light ships, like you recorded there, the three of them that were in that picture. She's
Yeah.
recorded in the state of Washington constantly. There might be a night when it's slow, but you don't really
Yeah.
have a slow night when it comes to the spaceships. They seem to communicate with you telepathically,
They
and if you say,
absolutely do.
"Can you show another ship?" they hear you in your voice. Say, "Okay, let's show another ship."
I know it was
And
so. I was so excited when that happened because I was just kind of. I mean, it's weird that I'm sitting here talking to them. I mean, to me, because I'm not used to it. You know what I mean? I kind of, somebody that doesn't do this would probably think I was weird, but it's really cool. And when they actually communicate with you, it's really fun.
and isn't it a beautiful thing that when you're communicating with the space beings telepathically and verbally saying, "Oh, why don't you show us another ship?"
Yeah, and
So
they do it.
they do it because there's
Yeah.
the space beings, whoever they are, you are connected with them. I feel a lot of beautiful energy when I watch the videos,
I
and
just
I think your time is going to come for contact with them. I think you're going to eventually, have contact with them.
I hope so. I mean, I think so too. I mean, at first I was, well, obviously at first I was like, no way, there's no way I would be running and hiding underneath the tree. But now now I'm like, I could do this. I could do this. I don't feel I'm not afraid of them. I mean, I guess it's the 7 years of being outside by myself filming them that probably helps that. But at first I
Yeah.
was, a little afraid. Not anymore. I'm not. I don't know why, but I'm not.
Well, you don't have to be afraid. There's nothing to be
And
afraid
and
of.
and two, Commander, they follow me. I actually have ships. There's one in particular that when I go to the store, I see it above my car, and it follows me to the store, and it will wait for me until I come out, and then it will follow me back home.
Oh
And I
wow.
have, yeah, I have video of that. And also follows me to my mom's house. She lives 2 miles from me, and she'll go outside. She's just now starting to go, Janine, you are right. That's my name. You are right. These things are seriously following you because I'll go to my mom's and visit her for 2 hours, and it'll stay in the exact same spot that I left. When I see it when I go to my mom's, it'll be at my house first, and then I see it at my mom's, and then when I go home, it usually beats me home. And my
Oh
mom
wow.
called me and said, "I cannot believe that." She said, "You're right. That thing is gone," and it had been there for 2 hours while I was there.
And the thing is, you have a relationship, and I know this to be true as I've known you. You have a relationship with these space people, and I know there's no fear because it's been everything you've showed me for the time I've been on here for the last few years. We got to know each
Yeah.
other. Your videos have been documented well. You're videotaping these spaceships, and the space people in those ships are responding to your,
Oh yeah.
wanting to see them.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I mean, if anybody wants to look at my videos, I literally, and I don't care about, the only reason I came on here in the first place was because I ran into the commander's page and I was like feeling like I was going to explode. No one believed me. No one, my family, nobody, even with proof. And when I got a
Yeah.
hold of Commander, he sent me like, oh my gosh, it was such a relief that
Well, I'm
somebody
glad.
believed me.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely glad. Give me
Yeah.
a second. I'm gonna get some water. I'll keep you
Okay.
talking to everybody. That everyone sees you. I'm out
Okay.
of apple cider, so I'm gonna drink water with ice. We'll be
Oh, there
right
you
back.
go.
Hey,
All
Half
right.
Pint, good to see you. Half Pint, Ray and Mary. I'm sure they're always protected from by the Anunnaki spaceships. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
get a little
they
bit of
see a
water here
lot of
because we're
stuff.
running a little bit low on that apple cider, and I didn't buy a new gallon yet. So I'll be right back, folks.
Uh-oh. All right. I'll see if I can keep them entertained.
You're sure? I know you'll be able to do that. You kidding me?
Oh my gosh. Anybody have a joke or anything? I'm kidding. But no, anyways, if you want to go to my page, guys, I have so many different kinds of videos. I have videos of one spaceship flying upwards into another one, and then it flies right into the other spaceship, and then the one spaceship flies away, and they're both gone. I have that on video. I have what looks like a spaceship eating clouds, and I think Kit Kat told me that she thinks that it's actually spaceships going into the first spaceship that I was videotaping. I mean, I've got a lot of different ones. It's pretty fun. Thank you, Donna. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't. I always question, like, why am I seeing these things? I'm 60 years old and I'm a grandma, and I don't look it, by the way. Just kidding. And I don't know why I'm seeing it. I mean, kind of crazy. So, anyway, I guess we all are. We wouldn't be on this page, right? Well, thank you, Rachel. I love you too. You and my gosh, you guys, I've actually made so many friends just from being on here, and so thankful people believe.
Oh yeah, and they
Anyway,
do.
there he is.
Yeah.
There's the man.
Hi, it's good to be on your show, Jay Niner. I'm glad to be a guest on your show, Encounters. No,
Yes,
I'm
well,
just
you're one
kidding.
of my favorites.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you too, and you're one of my favorites too.
That's too funny.
Hey, Ascending Shaman, Andrew, good to see you, brother. He's had some amazing stuff happening with him. The space people communicate through lighting techniques in one of his rooms, and that's all been on documentation on my YouTube channel. So he's out in Missouri.
Well, I appreciate you having me on. Somebody else probably wants to jump up here, and it's hard to have all these people, and make them so happy like I did.
No, you do. You see that this is a happy place on Encounters, and when there are unhappy people here, we just know what to do in protocol of the show. We don't let the unhappy people stay unhappy on
No
here.
way.
Either they're going to get happy here, or I'll bust their matrix.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Jay Niner. Everyone, check out her page. She's got a tremendous amount of documented video
Love you,
footage
Kit Kat.
of these spaceships, and very beautiful stuff. Hey, Jay Niner, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Commander. I'll be listening to the rest of the show. Take
All right,
care,
sounds
everybody,
good.
and happy Easter.
All right, you keep on
Bye.
laughing and have that happy there going for sure. All right, that's Jay Niner, one of my friends. But I consider you all my friends, new and old, all the friends of Encounters. Let's see here. We're going to bring up, let's see who I'm going to bring up. I got 2 requests here. We'll bring up I Am and then Edward. So I Am will be the first one, and then Edward. All our friends of the show.
Hi, man.
Good evening,
How it's
brother.
going?
How you doing?
Oh,
doing
I'm
good.
fine.
How about
You
yourself?
remember me?
Yes, I do. You're over in Germany.
Yeah, correct. Good boy.
And we had a great conversation the last time you were here. How are things
Yes.
going, and what's happening tonight out there in Germany in terms of all the activity?
No, I don't watch so much because I did slept and wake up and see you on. So, but if you go to my profile, I can show you the mothership if you want to see people the mothership.
Oh
I
yeah,
have.
I'm gonna bring it up right on here. Just have
Yes,
my
this is what I
iPod.
mean. So I have different types. So we talked about it. So we are living in a
Yeah, we
binary
did.
solar system, and the Galactic Federation is also here, and that's why we have all the activity up in the sky. And yeah, you can look up the motherships. Think that's interesting for people.
Yeah, we're gonna do that right now. Let's see here.
Yes.
I'm going to do that right at the moment here. Let's see. I got you here. I'm on your page now.
You must scroll down, and then I will take to the place. But you must show me my page.
Well, okay.
It's in the middle, maybe, I think.
I see Narubu. I see microwave time lapse. Let's see.
No, go down after the Billy Carson thing. In the middle, there will you find. It's like a sunset or something like that. It's a blue, orange color in the middle.
It says these clouds are close passing planets from a secret twin solar system. See that video? That's not it.
No, I think. Can you show it on the screen? Your screen now. That I can navigate you to the point where the.
It will show you here. Let me turn my camera thing off here. Hold on.
That's very nice. Thank you.
So this is the screen of your.
Okay, go down. Go down.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see something here. It says here, the Empire Orb alien operated craft. Is that it?
Yes, I think is it a blue-orange thing?
Yeah. Yo, yeah. That has look. That looks pretty interesting. Let me show people what this looks like. Let me start it from the beginning.
So the Empire Orb, this is the thing who gets to the Norrise spiral in 2009, and the last week also coming here.
Let me yeah, start. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. That's not
No.
going to do anything. I just lost what I was looking at here. Wait a minute. No, that's not it either. Oh, this is interesting. This is called the Arrival of the Empire Orb.
That's also a Galactic Federation craft. It's a bigger one.
Check
So
this out.
this is the arrival of the Empire Orb in 2009. You will see it in the end a little bit, but the video is cut off. So after this, we play the Empire Orb video, and then you see what's get through this spiral. You must understand that is how the Galactic Federation is traveling.
Wow, it's interesting.
Yeah, it
Check this
is
out.
really. So wait, so it's a very cool video, not how can I explain? Sorry for my English.
You're
Yeah,
doing
you
good.
will
Look at
see
that.
it. So it's open, and then you can see a little bit of the craft. But I have also footage of the craft himself, what's flying
Oh wow, look at
around
that.
here.
That's crazy. Look at that, folks.
So now play the video before what you would watch before, the blue-orange. The
I'm gonna play
blue-orange.
that video right here. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
This is
okay. Now
also
you will see the Empire Orb in action.
okay.
That's the Empire Orb. And behind, you will see the smaller crafts. They are coming behind the thing. Maybe it's not good to see for everybody, but they can look it up. That is a mothership. For example, it's one. But if you are on the profile, I think the next video, it shows the Texas Cube.
Okay, let's see here.
The Texas Cube is also a very big ship. Yeah. So this was also in a live. This is a little bit text, but in the live we do also on YouTube sometimes our sessions, and then it arrives up in the sky in the lives So this was maybe 1 month ago, something like that. And this is called the Texas Cube. It appears about, I think, 2019 or something like that. And it's a galactic operation mothership. It's a parking garage. Yes. So this is and if I have also another video of ships. That is a summary, but you can look it up. And yeah. But I come online because I think you don't watch my page with a binary solar system, and so I just come here to remind you because it's important stuff.
Yeah, and he does. I did see the videos of the binary solar system. I think people should look at that because I've always believed for many years that we have a binary solar system happening here, but I never had anybody on here who can actually with a distinct understanding of that to explain it to the viewers about a binary, solar system. It's consciously something that I do believe exists. I believe that's why I believe we have parallel realities. Like one reality of this Earth could be completely different on a reality of another Earth in another timeline or a parallel frequency.
Yeah,
And
but
interesting.
this binary solar system is about Nibiru. So Nibiru comes here with other planets every 3,600 years. So actually now between our sun and our Earth is the other binary twin solar system. So that means if you look up in the sky and see strange things, sometimes you will see big sky-filling planets or the atmosphere of the planets. So they are flying around us and they don't crash into us. So Nibiru is here and other 8 planets of the solar system between our sun and us.
Interesting. I'm looking at, you have so many things on your page to look at. I recommend people take a look at what he's got. There's some very interesting things there.
Yeah, you must watch
Thomas.
the first video. The first video is an explanation all of those. So
good.
But you can look at yourself and write me. So I'm just here to remind you because I think the information is very, very amazing and nobody here shared. So that's why I'm here.
And that's why we're here. So people like yourself, no matter what country you're in, can share the knowledge that you have about a specific area. And very, very interesting. We appreciate you all the time, brother.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, Thomas, we're going to bring Thomas down. Check out his page. I am Thomas, and you'll find some really cool stuff there. And it's amazing footage. All right. And we're going to bring our next guest up here. Let me see. Edward's been on here before. Bring Edward up. If you wish to be a guest on the show, again, no smoking on the show, no drinking, no drunks on the show, no paranormal discussion. Let me see, no paranormal discussion, no religion, no politics, no negativity. That's really important. No attacking guests or anything. If you attack any guests on the show, I will block you. We're going to keep it all going high vibration. Hey, Edward, good to see you, brother.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, too. So, from our experience we had 2 Saturdays ago, has there been any more experiences since the Pleiadians visited?
I mean, I've had just people with experiences sharing some really fantastic stories. Andrew in Missouri, the space people are doing coded messages with his lights, and we've documented it. It's on my YouTube channel. Amazing. Just like we're documenting the things you talk about with us here. And you're another interesting guest too, as we become friends. What I find is the puzzle comes together as we bring all the dynamic people together here. But one of the things I find about this show is I find every guest interesting with a different dynamic in what they do. You present questions and have telepathic communications with your space family, collectively speaking. When you do that, some people can do this, which is what you do is, excuse me, you get the telepathic messages from all ends of the collective galactic, and then you can seek out one of those names of the space people in that collective of messages that you're getting, and you can share a question, you can answer a comment just through that telepathic communications. Just want to let people, because I read your energy, I know you now, and you're not really a channeler as much as you are a communicator of a telepathic frequency.
Yep, I hold space for communication to take place.
So what do you have? I know I read that before you even had you up here, you have information that you want to share, and I know that. So why don't we jump into it? And Edward's been a guest previously on the show recently, and tell us what you want to share with our audience.
So I actually want to share my recent experience, actually. So I just got done with my day 4 of my trance healing course. And basically I started doing physical trance healing where I held space for the star beings to work on people.
Mm-hmm.
By basically moving my arms and working on the person's body, as well as bringing their astral body to the galactic teaching planet so that the star beings can work on them. And what I also did this today, actually, I held space for the star beings, the elementals, and spirit to work as together. So basically, I'm the space holder for all 3 to work together for people.
Yeah, so you basically, and you're bringing that all together. I know when you close your eyes, just like I do, when I close my eyes, I get my information very clearly. That's very important. So when you close your eyes, it's not because you're not interested in looking at people. When you're speaking, you're closing your eyes just so you can bring forth what's been downloaded in your consciousness, correct?
Yes, it makes it a lot easier.
That's what I do.
To channel with the eyes closed compared to have them open.
Yeah. Yep, I do that all the time. I'll close my eyes and I'll get a telepathic message or a vision of a picture, and I'll explain what I'm seeing for my audience. So yeah, it's becoming more natural, and you don't have to feel alone that you're doing this. There are other people that are telepathic people that close their eyes, and that's the space people will download a picture or they'll download words of things to remember. So yeah, it's going to become a very common thing for people to get more telepathic, which humans who are awakened should be, like you're doing, Edward, like I do. For years, I've been telepathic. That's the only way I communicate with my space family is through telepathy.
Also, there's a Pleiadian ship, as before.
Mm-hmm.
Is above your house again.
Pleiadian ship above my house. So yes. Now I'm going to ask you, I do believe that to be true, that there is a Pleiadian ship above my house. So that, because you know that, and I can probably go into meditation and find out what's going on, tell me why it's over the house right now, the Pleiadian ship, if you can.
It was called in.
It was called in?
Yes.
Did you call them in, or did they just decide to come?
I was shown to call them in. So we can continue the experience we've had before.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. So the Pleiadians wanted to be called in to be above my house because they want to be here with me close to the house. But they're in space above that. They're not like right on top of the house. They're like high up in space, correct?
Yes. As you're one of the people that will see the star beings in their physical forms or in some form first than many.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why they show themselves to you last time that we've had this channeling where you saw their face. Yeah.
I know that my space family is preparing me. My father, who's on an Astro ship, has told me to be patient, and I am patient. So what they're doing is they're preparing me for the day they're going to come through open a rift, and they'll come into the room, and that day will come. It can be anywhere between now and next year. But when they come, what they've done is they've really prepared me to be ready for them. And if the Pleiadians are visiting me that way, they're also looking at the fact that they don't want to shock me, obviously, and just come into the house and say, here we are. But I think what they want to do is they're being close enough in space, in our atmosphere, where they actually do want to I get the feeling, and I have to go with this, that they do want to physically contact me. And this is just a very beautiful cosmic, I think the Pleiadians are taking their time. They want to do this very gently in a way that won't, I won't be freaked out, but they want to make sure that when they contact me, that that there's going to be a beautiful experience for both of us. That's what I get.
Yes. And like they did it before. In fact, if you feel the energy of your place, the same two Pleiadians that were there present before are once again in your space again.
So now, and this is. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Edward. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, will show up more in the future for you as well, as time goes on, as these two particular ones are dispatched to personally work with you.
Mm-hmm. And do they want to work with me because, I know a lot of the galactic people know who I am in space now. I'm a human being on Earth, and the only reason I know that, hold on a second, I gotta plug my adapter in. Where is it here?
No worries, take your time.
I forgot to pull it out of my pocket. No, give me a second here. I have an adapter and I have a feeling I completely dropped it somewhere. Hold on, I'll be right back, folks.
Okay.
All right, where did I put the thing? Okay, I'm back.
Good.
I had meant to put the adapter. Give me a second, folks. I have to put my charging adapter on here. Okay. We'll be okay in just a second. I'm at 5% power. All right, here we go. So, even though I don't see them in the room right now, which I know I don't see them at all, I always want to be honest with everybody. I don't see anything. So, are they slowly trying to come here, and eventually will they get more physically visual in form when we're
Yes.
sitting here doing our broadcast? They will.
Just more through you, though, because when it comes to lives, it's better for them not to show them in their true physical form, but instead in the other format that was demonstrated last time.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's okay for them to physically show them. I don't know why the Palladians, I'm just using them as an example, why a Palladian wouldn't want to physically show themselves in the room to come on possibly on the camera for the audience of people to see them. So I would think, from my perspective, being space consciousness, if they can hear me, which I know they can, I would like them to not have to do the other thing. I would prefer to have the Palladians, if they're here with me, to physically manifest into their true man and woman form so that I can say, here are these two people, the Palladians that came off a spaceship into the house here with me in this room where we're broadcasting, so I can share that with people here are watching. I know they hear everything I'm saying, so I just want them to know that from my perspective, being in space consciousness, also on mission to Earth in this human form, and doing this show, I, from a space consciousness, see that would be a better approach down the road for them to physically appear on the screen.
It all depends on the protocol with it as well. However, we did monitor it the live Saturday and saw how when Pleiadians came through a rift with the photo.
Yeah.
There'll be similar experiences like that, similar to that aspect of it, just not in the physical form.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Palladians. Yeah, go ahead.
It will happen in physical form. We're just waiting for humanity to get to the right point. That's what I asked the frequency, and then we'll start having that physical experience.
Right. But the fact that they can manifest what I call cloaked, basically they're cloaked in the room, the man and the woman, if they're here. So if they are cloaked in the room, my thought is that beyond the fact that the Palladians and others are waiting for humanity to get to a specific frequency, I'm at a frequency now that's pretty high up there. So they can manifest physically. I understand what they're saying, what they understand or think, but I for some reason think that there's a portion of our planet that is at a frequency in which people have had contact physically with space beings.
Yes. There has been, which we call them the front runners. They are the first wave of people that will see them in their true physical form, as we are basically monitoring their experience so that they can adapt when we actually go further with the collective on this experience. That's why they're experiencing this.
And just let people know, Edward's been a guest before, and when he closes his eyes, which I do a lot of times, it's to just have a clarity of information. It's not because he's shy or doesn't want to look at the camera. It's just for him to download his information that he's getting and to present it that way. So, but yeah.
And
let's see.
you also have, in your other lives, you've also been a Pleiadian.
I had a kind of a feeling about that. I am from Mars, but I felt like I have had at least one other connection.
That is why you have a strong connection with the Ashtar ship, because you've had lives on that ship, personally working with Ashtar.
Yeah. Oh, I love Ashtar. Ashtar and I know each other for many years. I mean, on Earth, he's known me for many years on this plane of existence. The last time I saw Ashtar, with my friend Ashtar Athena, everybody, he was integrated into her physical body. There wasn't a possession or anything. And he spoke, his mannerisms were very different when he spoke. It wasn't my friend Ashtar Athena, who's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
It was Ashtar. And when he spoke very distinctly. And I remember taking him on to AM radio stations, commercial stations, years ago. We'd have Athena go on some commercial AM stations. We did one FM rock station, and Ashtar would speak. He wasn't channeled. He would actually integrate into a frequency, and everything he talked about then was true. Everything he talked about was true. So I have a very strong, relationship with Ashtar for many years, and even before he came to Earth, had a very strong relationship with Commander Ashtar. So I'm very familiar with who he is.
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions for Edward? Anybody want to come up here and ask?
We'd be happy to answer any questions you all have.
I'll bring a guest up. I'm going to bring people up who want to ask you questions. If anyone has a question regarding our guest, please come up. You got to be over 18. No kids on the show. Thank you for the gift, the hand heart cast. And we'll bring you up here on the show to talk to him. Do you have many ships around America? We're going to bring you up to ask that question. I can probably answer it. And I think it's, thank you, Shamama. Cirilla, good to see you. Ramon Mendoza, can you come on up? Got to be over 18, no kids on the show, no smoking on the camera at all, no drinking on the camera, no drunks, no paranormal discussion, no religion, no politics, none of that stuff. Johanna, yes, we do use the C5 mixes, and then we have Ramon. Ramon, are you there? I can hear you. Do you hear us? Can we bring on camera? Ramon, are you still Mendoza? Are you still with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a question for Edward?
Greetings.
I was asking about the ships. Is there many ships around America?
Yes, there are. Mainly in the U.S., actually. As that's where majority of the ships are stationed. However, there are several other ships around the world as well. The reason why the majority of them are here in the U.S. is the U.S. is part of the first wave that's going to see the ships, as well as the right people are also stationed in the U.S. as well. So that's another.
It is interesting. Yeah, it is interesting that we do see a lot of ships in the United States. Not that they're not being seen in other parts of the world, they are. But we do have a great deal of ships that are being documented right here in the United States. Rob says, I have many ships last summer, best time of my life there. I knew they come here, me seeking, I think he means something. They could hear me. I'm not sure what that word is. SOESKING to them. Oh, speak. I think you meant speaking to them. Interesting.
Yeah, there's people out there that say they communicate with ships, and
yes, which we are one of them.
Yeah, they do. Some people that communicate with ships, Ramon, use what we call the C5 application, the Dr. Stephen Greer's app. Other people can command the ships to show up. This was a person in Los Angeles that went out, and whatever he did, the ships would show up in the sky, and people would actually see these spaceships.
Which we have before. Here, let's bring that photo up, actually. 1 second. I gotta find the photo. 1 second. They want me to show
No
you.
problem, Edward. So there are a lot of ships happening, and that's why a lot of people are recording and accessing things that are coming through the skies all over the world. Orbs, spaceships that are big. And explain what that is, Edward.
So this is a spaceship, actually. So when I was in Saudi, Arizona, on the way back, basically we asked for a sign, and as soon as Edward asked for a sign, we just passed a ship to be present, and we basically blinked the ship's lights. And then Edward zoomed in with his phone, and this is what he saw in the image. And as soon as the photo was taken, the spaceship flew out of the
I love the
area.
blue. I love the blue color of the spaceship. That's a very high frequency too. Colors will represent for people. Edward knows this, but if you don't know it, if you see a spaceship and it has really bright colors, you're dealing with an intelligence that is of a higher frequency than other low vibrational ETs that don't do that. That's the color of a very higher vibrational spaceship.
Besides, it was an Arcturian ship.
Arcturian ships, actually, we know that the Arcturians have a bluish color to them. Is that also representational of their spaceships being a blue?
Yes, basically, because the atmosphere of what their planet is, the air is different. That's why they're blue.
Okay, Ramona, Ramon, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, there's many races out there too. They have different color ships as well, or how does that? Different shapes?
Yes.
It's also based on vibrational frequencies. So if you ever come in an encounter with a ship and there's all these really high vibrational colors coming off of it, you're dealing with extremely highly intelligent spiritual space people based on the color of the ship. Yeah. If you see a ship that has no color on it and looks like just metal, it's most likely reverse engineered, and it's probably ours.
Yeah, I just seen the orbs around here, but that's about it. Metallic orbs.
Oh yeah, well those are sent from motherships. Those are monitoring people. Those orbs are coming down from a very large ship that's probably cloaked in space.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it is. Well, I want to thank you for coming up, Ramon. You had some fascinating questions, some great questions for our guest, and I am now following you. So, thank you for coming up. I am now following you as a friend of the show, and I appreciate you. We're going to bring him down gently here, and let's see. Okay, and if you have any other questions, I'm going to bring another person up in just a second here. Give me a moment.
Of course. So another thing I do to help with the channeling is I actually tap the roof of my mouth, actually. That actually helps with the channeling of the information.
Oh, righty. So we have somebody who wants to come up here. You're watching Encounters And I am CmdrAleon, and my guest is Edward Dreamwalker. He's been a guest on our show before. And let me see what we have here. Well, we thought we had a guest. And again, if you have any real questions, I'm going to bring Yanni Health and Beauty Stuff. Yanni, we're going to bring Yanni up. Yanni coming up. Yanni's going to be our next guest.
Commander,
here,
the reason
with our guest.
You have the commander name is because you are actually a commander of a Pacific fleeting ship. That's why the name.
Go ahead, Edward.
That's why the names are tied, which wanted to bring that up to you.
Hold on.
And Yanni, can I bring you on camera?
Greetings.
No, sorry.
That's fine. Yanni, what's your question for our guest this evening on Encounters, Edward?
Hi guys, how are you? I wanted to find out because I've been having a lot of like different things happening to me and feelings and stuff. How do you know who your space family is? Like I have a feeling, and I've had this feeling for a very long time, but I'm not like 100% sure on it.
We could do a meditation for you to find that out.
Because I've been doing that a lot. Like I meditate a lot. The sun calls me out a lot. Like I'm out a lot of time out in the sun, out sitting on the grass outside and meditating. I do that twice a day and things beautiful. Like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's just something about it. The sun just calls me out a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always loved the sun, but now it's like I need my energy there. In other words.
Oh, the sun also is a good way to, the energy of the sun will, if you sit and commune in that energy, the sun operates at a very high vibrational pattern. So when you connect with the sun that way, people will realize, oh, okay, the sun, it gives us daylight. We can go outside, it's daylight. But that's a scientific thing. On a spiritual level, the sun is way more than that. It's a way to, if you absorb the sun's energy, it will activate and help you in your vibrational frequencies too.
Yes. Yeah, and I want to tell you a little something that happened to me. One of the times I was, meditating, but it was like I had to get up, and I guess I wasn't done or something, and I passed out. I mean, I just was walking in and I fell and I passed out. I was out for a little bit, and then I came back, and it was just like weird to me. I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry you fell, but as long as you're okay. Where are you located on the planet, if I may ask?
In Florida.
Oh, Florida. Okay, very good, very good. And Florida has a lot of activity right now off the coast, on the Atlantic side with spaceships and a mothership.
Yeah, I'm more like in the center of Florida, like close to Orlando.
Central Florida.
Yeah, okay. More Central Florida. Yeah.
So Edward, how would you proceed if she was with you in a room and you were talking to her? Well, she's in a room, kind of. She's in a live. How would you proceed in helping her to have that reality, that experience?
We could do a meditation where we can have you tap into potentially your star being higher self version of you, as well as how specifically any star beings that recognize you to speak with you telepathically.
Now, if we do that now, how many minutes do you think it would take to facilitate that?
Give us a time limit and we can work through with that.
Let's say 10 minutes.
We can do that.
Okay. Yanni, you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay, this is going to be great. I'm right here. I'm just getting something to snack on the show here. And I'm right next to the camera. I'll be right back in a moment. Edward's my guest. And this will be good to help Yanni, and we'll see what happens.
And this will also help you too as well, Commander, as well as everyone else in the audience. And whenever you're ready, Commander, let us know, and we'll begin. We're just working on.
Absolutely, I'm right here fully conscious, and I'm ready to go.
Perfect. Also, this time we wish for everyone to mute their mics. That way you can use this recording and meditation for the future so that other people can experience and know who they are.
Okay.
Also, what I'm also going to be doing is the star beings are also going to work on healing you as well as part of this process.
Okay.
Well, that said, close your eyes as this galactic meditation is about to begin. You see this particular spaceship high in the sky. The spaceship goes down, 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 and the ship has landed. And a star being comes out of the ship. You feel that you recognize the ship, as well as the star being that came out of the ship. This particular star being tells you to come with them onto the ship. And so, you board the spaceship. You go through the different hallways of the ship, and you look around and see the particular star beings all around the ship. You see this room, the round table. You take a seat, and you buckle up your seatbelt as the spaceship's about to take off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The spaceship's now going high in the sky, finally into space. And as we travel through space, the frequency bed is now, which is a chair in this case, is now going to have you receive downloads, as well as balancing your chakras as well. As this chair is helping you remember this particular ship you're on, as this is not your first time on this ship. Star beings that are around you in the chairs are now going to speak with you so that you can remember who you are. So we now hold space for them to speak with you telepathically now. And they tell you that they remember you. And now the frequency chair is now taking you to another past life you've had on this particular ship so that you can experience your lifetime on the ship. So take a look around the ship in that life. And you once again return back to the chair as the spaceship is now landing on the homeworld planet that the ship is from. And the start being tells you to unbuckle your seatbelt as the spaceship has landed. And you walk out of the ship. And you look at your surroundings on this particular planet that you're on. And you recognize this planet as this is a particular life you've had on this planet. So just remembering who you are on this planet. I will now hold space for you to explore and learn from the particular being that you are. You see this pyramid that's actually located on several planets. This is the teaching pyramid. You go inside the teaching pyramid, and the stubborn teacher is now going to teach you telepathically. Help you remember what skills and other wisdom you've had in that lifetime, so that way you can use it in this lifetime. And finally, after learning everything you need to learn, you see this blue portal in front of you. But before you go through this portal, you'll see this bed in the truck pyramid, and you lay on it, and you receive one last downloads as the bed grounds you back to your body. And you go through this portal, returning back to your body, remembering who you are. Welcome back.
Yes.
So that's how you know.
Okay.
So what came up for you?
I don't know. I just heard a little like something moving, I would say. Like if you were inside of a spaceship, really. Like the noise that it would make, I would say.
Okay.
But that's pretty much.
I think, Commander, I think you're muted.
Okay, I had myself muted. I think so. I was saying, what did you experience? I heard you respond. So, did you feel like you, on that inner level of consciousness, were right there?
At some point.
Yeah. Yeah. As Edward was doing what he was doing, I can see where you could be taken out of this realm into that particular realm off planet. And even if it's only for a brief moment, that means your consciousness is opening up to beyond what you see in front of you. You're seeing stuff on the inner plane that is way different, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's good. I mean, even if it's only for a little bit, it means that you're able to open up your consciousness for that little moment to see beyond what you have around you.
Okay, I still need to work on it then.
Yeah, and you know what? And it's good. A lot of times for me, I don't always have visualizations of my going off planet. I've always stated I'm more telepathic than I am visual, but that's just me. But I'm also learning in all these journeys that I want to become more visual and not just be telepathic. So I'm working on that. So you're not alone. There's a lot of people who want to be more there to see what they're doing when they go on these trips.
Okay.
It's all good. Hey, Ani, thank you for being
guys.
up here. I appreciate you.
Thank you both. Thank you.
And now I've added you as one of my friends here, and we're now following you, and I appreciate you very much.
And it may come in the future within a dream you may have, or remembrance in the future.
Yeah, I've had some things happen to me, and feelings that I have, but I just wanted to know for sure.
Let me ask you a question. This is interesting. What things have happened to you? This is where I go into my question mode here when I hear interesting comments like that. So tell us what has happened to you.
Like I've had dreams, or I don't know if it's been dreams or things that I've saw, like that I've been somewhere where there's a lot of technology and lights and stuff. Like I'm on a board, like I'm on somewhere where there's like a board where it has like a lot of lights, and I'm like different colored lights that I'm touching, like really high tech technology stuff, like things I've never seen before.
See,
that happened a couple of nights ago.
There's a story here. Edward, you want to take it? I'm already getting what's going on with her. You were taken on a spaceship.
And that's like the second time that's happened. The last time you wanted me to come up, but I couldn't because I told you my husband was sleeping next to me. I couldn't come up, but I had a dream about that too, but I just couldn't remember too much of the dream. That's why I decided not to come up that day.
We call that a cosmic
dream. Because a lot of it, I remember a little bit of it, but then I couldn't remember the full thing.
So basically, you have a dream of being on a particular ship, heading into a past life of yours and being on a ship. Based on what you're sharing, it could potentially be an Arcturian ship, as Arcturian ships are pretty advanced.
Yeah, it was just like a lot of colors, and like it was a board, and like something you would see, that's very futuristic, I would say. Like what we could see sometimes in movies, that they're moving stuff around and like with their hands and like that.
Yeah, no, you definitely were on a spaceship.
However, Andromedon is also coming up too, so it could be one of those two.
I've always felt Pleiadians for some reason. Something to do
what I would
them.
do is focus on when you go to sleep. I would use your consciousness to telepathically communicate with them. So do you know how to I'm not saying you do. Do you know how to be telepathic?
Well, I do a lot of meditation before I go to bed too. I do some guided, because like I said, I'm learning. I mean, I had my spiritual awakening about a year ago, and I've just been like researching more and more and getting into it.
You're doing the right thing. So when you go to sleep tonight, what I'd say is do like a 10-minute meditation. Focus on what you had seen in the dream the other night or so ago, and ask within, who are they? So what you're going to do is, like we're talking with each other, Edward and I, you're talking, we're verbally talking, we're having a conversation. But what you want to do is look at it as telepathy is having a conversation without moving your lips. It's basically an inner consciousness communications. And there's no limitation to where that inner consciousness communicates. But now you have a kind of an idea. You were on a spaceship. You didn't see the beings, I don't think. But if you use telepathy, they will communicate and tell you where they're from. It takes a little bit of practice. So you might want to try that tonight.
We could potentially try to board whatever ship that is. Maybe Commander, you may be able to bring out information from it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm glad you came up, Yanni. I'm glad you explained that you had something happen. I had a feeling there was something going on, but you expressed it, and that's where I started asking questions.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. I'll try that.
Thank you, Yanni. I can't believe it's almost 1 a.m. in the morning. Yanni, thanks for coming up in Florida. Yanni's a new friend of the show. We're on at 11 o'clock nightly here, folks. And Edward's here with us tonight. We'll entertain a few more guests on here. If you have a question, please feel free. You have to be over 18. No foul language on this show. No negative people going after other people on the show. No drinks, no smoking, vaping or whatever you want to call it. No paranormal, no religion, no politics, no naked kids no naked people on the show, no kids on the show, and I guess again, no foul language. Did I cover it all? I think so.
Yeah, you did.
And so, is there anybody else who would like to come up instead of typing a sentence? If you want to come up and ask a question, please do. Here, we got somebody that wants to come up here. Let me see who it is. And Palladian, my friend Palladian's coming up here, who's connected with the Palladians, who we all love.
Greetings.
Hey, hey, sister, how you doing?
You once again.
How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, Palladian Rainbow, we can hear you, and also Edward can hear you. Can I bring you on camera?
Well, I don't think that I can go now in camera because I was on my bed almost to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Because
Don't worry
you
about
are,
it.
I'm 1 hour ahead from you, but I would like just not to make this question so long. But well, first of all, I love you so much, each and every one of you. And I just want to see if you can help me, because I've been feeling that I just have this purpose with exopolitics. And as I just shared with you previously, I've been seeing these triangular spaceships on or over my house. And I have this direct connection with them every day. Every single night, I can see a clear sky. I don't see the orbs or the spaceships that you are looking like the one they are showing in the States, but they show me where they are. And when I turn to one part of the sky, I see flashes. I start speaking with them. I speak with them, and I feel like I have this sense of purpose. And I don't know, I just would like to see if Edward can help me, and use well, of course, Commander, to see if I just want to know why am I so protected, because I have seen not only one spaceship, because I have, even in different sizes, Commander, one small triangular ship that I have sensed and felt that it's mine because it's small. And I think that was on Friday. I saw 4 of them. One big, one medium. Yes, but all of them are triangular ones.
And how do you feel when you see the ships?
I feel so protected. I feel so loved. I feel, and even every time that when we go out in nature, and that is a message that I want to share with each and every one of you, we have to be more connected to the earth, because I sense that I have a guardian with me the entire time. I sense like he's tall, he's blonde, and even I have a name. And every time that I coming out of my house, if I'm coming out alone, and I ask him to go out with me, and I see that he is coming with me, because I sense and I see that the trees are moving. Like, hey, yes, come on, we are here. I'm going with you, okay? And the weirdest part of it is I'm not feeling the air. I mean, I'm not feeling the wind, but the tree is moving. But I don't feel fear. I don't feel threatened. I just feel so protected. Really, really protected. Yeah.
Well,
and
I can tell you.
I didn't share this previously with you, because I know that there are so many people here that are trying to to reach the purpose and to share all the information. But the two previously times in which we make this meditation to the ship of light, in the first time we did it, I saw my space family.
Oh, good.
And yes, and I saw myself with ropes. But before leaving the spaceship, I felt like I had a suit, a space suit.
Yeah,
And
you would
could
have.
felt, yeah, I could feel. I mean, I could feel my boots on. The second time, and this was very, weird for me. I saw my space family, and then I had a tour inside of the golden spaceship.
Yeah.
And I saw many levels, so many beings there. And in one part, I saw yourself, Commander. You were there.
Oh yeah, you would see me there. Yeah.
Yeah, you were there. And even I was shown the platform or the space in which they have the little orbs that they sent out from this golden ship.
Yes.
I saw them. And wow, when I went back, I felt that I have this spacesuit again, and the boots, everything. What I most felt is the boots, maybe because I like them so much. But
Oh, good.
in real life, I love boots. Yes.
And the
But
spacesuit is very, very protective of you. The spacesuit allows you, in a Merkaba traveling state, to go to the golden ship of light and back to Earth, and you're protected. Everyone's protected when we do these things. When we take them back to Earth, you're very well protected in that level of consciousness.
And yes, and when I went up those two times, I saw these two space beings were so bright. They were like energy. I mean, I couldn't see the faces, but I saw the figures very bright. Yes. And I almost may think that perhaps they were like Arturians or some sort of, because it's just an assumption perhaps, or maybe a little feeling that I have, but they were just, the form. And on the spaceship, I saw the Pleiadians. So I even have this feeling that I have even seen in some other cosmic visions that I had, that I have seen the warriors, Pleiadian warriors, trying to defend me, but everything is mixed in my head. So that's why I've been trying to do some meditation to see if the nights I ask them to show me, but I don't know why I can't figure it out completely, because, well, perhaps it's because I'm so, I want to have it something, all the things I want to know everything at once, from some sort of way, no? But I know that they have a reason, or there is a reason for that. But that's why. Yes?
I was going to say, you are in the mode of having some beautiful experiences. I think they physically have contacted you in your dream state or when you're sleeping, but I do think you're going to have visual contact more and more as we get into 2025.
Yes, I feel that too, and that's why I just want to see if Andrew, in this case with Edward, can help me, perhaps give me some sort of message, or what they can tell me about it, because that's why I feel so protected. But in spite that we as humans have some sort of different situations, and one of my messages here too, before letting Edward and Andrew help me here, is that, guys, we need to keep our frequencies very high.
Yes.
We need to take care of our energies. If we cannot get on each other well, how could a space being can help us, or can I mean, not help us because they are helping us, but how can a space being can get approach on somebody who is fighting with the neighbor because the neighbor put a small bag outside the house? You see, it's a question of loving each other. And in the way I told you the other day, Commander, when I write and say I love to my brothers and sisters here, it's because I really feel it. It's in the way I am. I can't do it in a different way because I can't. And there have been certain situations that it has making me feel not so comfortable, because when I see brothers and sisters fighting and I am in the middle of it, they with so low vibrations because they are fighting among them, I can feel love properly, and it's very exhausting because I try to send love so everybody can feel good, can feel happy, can rise the vibrations, can rise the energies. So in that way, our brothers and sisters from the stars can come here and they will feel comfortable with that. It's very exhausting for them to come down the earth in this 3D to fight even with this, you know? Many things are happening here right now. There are things that are happening in the oceans, in the lands, everywhere, and they are not coming out in the news. You have been talking about that all the time.
Yeah, I have.
And
They
I
won't talk about
feel
it.
it. I
Yeah, they
feel
won't talk
it
about it.
every single day. And I'm suffering too because of that, because I can feel everything. I rescue one little dog. He has this temper. I rescued him last August, and the little dog is here with me. And they wanted to sacrifice the little dog. And the dog is amazing. It's a beautiful dog. And he has a problem in on one of his legs, but he's so beautiful. And he's here in my house. So every single thing that we do every single day, for if you think it's very small, it's not a small. It's a very big thing. If you save an animal, if you save a pet, anything, like you today, you have these beautiful bats over there.
Yeah, the bat.
Mother Earth is thanking you so much for taking care of one of the children, you know, because all of them matters to Mother Gaia, all of them.
And that bat, by the way, is going to be going to the vet tomorrow morning. I have it in a box for people in here. Story. My daughter found the bat in the hall downstairs to our outside doorway. Don't know how it got in. It was injured. It's alive. We brought it out of the cold. Even though we're in New England, it's not really like freezing cold. I didn't want the bat to end up dying because of the cold. So the bat's in a box. Gave the bat a little bit of water and a nice little blanket to rest on until I can get him to the vet tomorrow. So just like what you're saying, Palladian, is exactly right. You know, we have to love all the creatures of our world, all the dolphins and the seals and everything.
Oh my God, dolphins! It's something that it makes me, I don't want to even remember that, because in this moment, because I'm sharing with you about is terrible. And I don't know, I just wanted to share this with you. I don't know why, but I want you to please, each and every one of you, try to work with yourselves. The goal here right now is to work with ourselves. In which way? Let's find out ourselves why perhaps we don't like our neighbor. Why not? Maybe because this neighbor has something that is a little part of us that we don't like from ourselves, but they haven't bigger. But it's not his fault. It's because we have to deal with it in us, you know? and try to
It's a
get along
mirror.
with each other. Yes, exactly. It's a mirror. And maybe that the neighbor had it in a bigger way so you can see it, but you are not seeing it. And the message here is, if you clean up your space, internal space, and you fill all your internal space with love, with everything, with gratitude, every single day, try to see some other people who is having a lot of problems, and maybe when you see inside your house, you see that you have many of the things that this poor person is not having outside. You know what I mean? And sometimes people think they are miserable, they feel bad, and they have this, and when you know it's amazing. These people is so prosperous and they don't realize about. And
Yeah.
most of it, please, please, please love each other. Try to understand why somebody has make some sort of perhaps action that you are not agree with that, but maybe try to fit in the shoes so of the other person to see what's going on, or ask her or ask him, why did you do this, what happened, to see if you can understand the other person, but with love, not
Right.
with judging
And
or throwing. Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
that's the key thing. So the good news is that as we keep promoting that, and as we're getting close to things like disclosure, which will be coming from the space people, my space family, we can realize that we have the power now to change the course of the planet and the vibrational frequency of the
Yes.
planet, and we're doing it now. We're starting to do it now. We're all here collectively. Edward found the show here, just recently. There's a reason why people find my show. It's because we speak truth here. We talk about disclosure. We've had people on here with high security clearance. We have all kinds of interesting people here that are part of the puzzle.
Yes,
And so,
sorry, and sorry to cut your word, Commander. And the key is, I'm an empath. And I think that is very important, because if you can feel what the other person is feeling, or you can at least try to understand what is the position of the other person, it will be more easy for you to understand, to love that person, perhaps help the person, and then you won't have any trouble with that person. You can
yeah,
work with yourself too, and the things are, making out, and everybody will be better. We can raise our vibrations. We need to raise the vibrations, the frequencies. As high as we have, they will come sooner. You
You can
understand? I
yeah.
need
also
that everybody here understand this.
Oh yeah, they do.
Please.
We definitely have to do it. And if everybody, and that's what this show's here for. That's why this show is so popular in 3 years, because we are not only busting the matrix and on different things regarding the subject, but we are helping people wake up. All of us are. We do it together. We do it every night. I'm here at 11 o'clock. We're waking somebody up. I'm not talking about
Okay, I'm
physically. I'm
sorry.
talking about mentally.
I'm speaking too much. I'm sorry, Edward. So
you're fine.
please,
Well,
We are just waiting
do you
on
have any
Ivan.
message for me, please?
Yes. First things first, do you recognize the ship that is in the image that we have shared? Does that look
Wow.
like something you have seen? This is a photo that I took back when I was in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And as you can tell, it's a rectangle ship.
Yes.
Is this ship, do you recognize the frequency of the ship?
It's very similar to one I saw when I was a kid, because I've been seeing spaceships my entire life.
And were you here present earlier when we did a meditation where we tapped into our past lives versions of us? Were you present for that meditation?
With the previous guest, I think. Yes.
The one that I did a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Before you.
She was in Florida.
Yes.
And what came up for you from that meditation that we did earlier?
Well, definitely, I was in a spaceship, and I don't know. I just remember seeing these beautiful beings, and besides that, it reminds me of another cosmic vision I had, in which I was in a round table, and I dare to say that there was Ashtar on that table.
I would believe it. I would believe you did have that experience. Absolutely.
And previously, yeah, and after that cosmic vision, I had another one in which I saw, it seems like I was in some sort of a stasis or something like that. And I saw 3 space beings. There was one on my left, which was tall, white hair, but the face was very young and had some sort of spacesuit, white spacesuit, beautiful spacesuit. And on my left, there was 2 or 3 beings, but all of them were human.
Wow.
Or humanoids.
Okay.
And there was a female who told me, he has been next to you all the time, referring to the one who had this white spacesuit on my left. Like he was there taking care of my body in a stasis, or is what I remember. And
yeah, you know about the bodies.
He has been there.
So the space.
Yes.
So let me just understand this. So I'm CmdrAleon, the host of the show. I have Edward here as well, and Palladium Rainbow is a dear friend of the show. So the space person was talking about me when you were communicating with him, correct? Or them?
I mean,
or something like that.
This lady, yes, the lady, let me see if I can rephrase it again.
Yeah.
I saw myself inside of, I don't know, I think I had some sort of crystal or something. And I was like laying, I don't know, it was, I'm not sure if I was laying or standing up. I don't remember very well, but this tall space being with white hair, but he was very young, with a spacesuit, white spacesuit. He was on my left, and on my right there was this female that she told me, he has been with you all the time, like he was taking care of my body in a stasis.
Oh,
and in front of
okay.
me, yes, and in front of me I saw some of the 2 beings, like I don't know if they were there with him or something, but they were there. And in another cosmic vision, I told you, well, I was in this round table, and I saw Ashtar.
Yeah, Ashtar. Yeah, he's beautiful.
Yeah, and yes, really blonde. So I don't know, Commander, but I don't know if you remember the other day when some months ago when I came up, and that I just sent you a sketch of a cosmic vision I had, in which you were behind 3 space beings, 2 of them very similar to the ones that took me to the golden spaceship of light.
Yeah, the golden ship of light.
Yes, and in the middle was another space being. I don't know if it was an Arcturian one, because it was very Yeah.
Yeah, Arcturians,
And be
all the different beings come together. They don't. It's a galactic thing with
oh
the Astro Command.
yes.
They all come together.
This
That's yes.
I don't know, but this figure that Edward is showing is very similar to the one that I was looking on my left. Very similar to him. Yes.
So this
And
is Ashton.
oh,
That's a new version of Ashtar himself. I have a picture from Tuella, which has a picture of Ashtar, but it's a drawing from many years ago. I'll have to show it some night. I'll show it again.
yes, it's amazing. And wow, I have so many information in my head right now. Well, I was sharing with you about my sketch, and behind these three beings, it was you, Commander, at the left.
Yes.
Next to you, on your left, there was a blonde lady. This blonde lady, she had, I remember clearly, she had a shirt, a pink shirt. But I don't know, but I feel like she was kind of scared or was kind of nervous. But behind of you two, at the end, like I don't know, maybe 2-3 meters behind you was Ashtar. And I saw him clearly because I could see the blue suit, the long blonde hair, of course the eyes, everything. I saw him.
Beautiful.
And that cosmic, yes, and well, I don't know, but
well, we're gonna have to bring you on again because it's like almost 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, no,
I'd like to talk to you more again because you've had some interesting stories. Edward, do you have any final comments? I appreciate you coming on here.
Yes,
and,
please.
doing this.
I'm sorry.
You two know each other in the past life related to a Pleiadian past life. That is why she saw you in that vision.
Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Totally makes sense. You know?
And there's also a meditation we have on Edward's channel where you can, which you should watch it as you get to once an opportunity to speak with Ashtar on the video as well. So more information will come up for you on that video.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Hey, well, I want to thank Dreamwalker for coming on here this evening on a Sunday night into Monday morning. I want to thank my friend Palladium Rainbow. Always pleasure having you on, sister. And I want to thank everybody out here, all my audience, all the new people. If you're new here, let us know that you're new. I'd like to know that. Who here is new to the show? Just say I'm a new person or I'm new to the live. We appreciate you here, all the new people. You're going to find this as a very welcoming talk show. And we're, yes, good to have you.
Thank you.
Mello Lawrenceston, thank you for being here. And thank you,
Thank you very
Rainbow.
much.
Thank you.
And I'm
sorry.
Yeah.
And Nim is actually a wonderful friend that has experienced my meditation, so it'll be interesting what she has to share about her experience.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, I want to thank Palladium Rainbow for being here. I'm going to bring you down, Palladium, and I'm going to bring Edward down.
See you in the future.
Okay, Edward, thanks, man, for being here. It's been a great show. As always, we do the things always spontaneously here. So thank you, Edward, for sharing some of your helping other people, which is always the way we do it. I appreciate you, brother. Absolutely.
And you can always put the request in, and I'll always come in and join your lives again. Yeah, originally I thought your guest thing was only on Saturday. That's why I didn't think I'd join.
I'm pretty much nightly. A Saturday night is Ashtar Command Night with April and myself, and then the rest of the week into Friday, Sunday through Fridays, our real generalized encounter show. We deal with disclosure, top secret information, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, Edward. Thank you so much, brother. Everyone. Thanks, Edward, for being here with us. And it's been a pleasure. We're going to wind down here, and the train's coming through at 1:30 in the morning. And I have to close the portal before I go to sleep here tonight. I love everybody here. I want to thank you all for watching us. Please spread the message. I'll be trying to do some more video promotions of the show. Yvette, good to see you. Everybody, good night. Have a good evening. And we're going to get out of here. The train's coming by.